So 2014 was that Cancun?
Yeah.
Or it was 20.
I don't even.
I think
There's like 12 people there, right?
Yeah. Well, was that
You
your?
brought 11 of them.
Was that one of your first seminars?
No, that was one of my first.
But it was your first original 10X, right?
10X.
Yeah.
So I have a story.
How many people were there?
50?
Like 50 or 60.
60.
So that was when I was barely getting back up, because 2008 I lost everything in the mortgage business, but I stayed in the business and I fought through it. So I went from like 200 and something thousand a year to like 60,000. So I lost everything, and I owned 2 single families, right? No units.
Yeah.
And I had an S550 Mercedes when they just came out. So I was like the 24-year-old thinking that I made it, because I had 2 homes, which were overpriced, and when the market crashed, I went down to 60 grand, and I lost everything. And then I was making a lot of mistakes, you know, the drugs, alcohol. I'm not scared to be transparent. And then I met her because I was like dating, going out with a lot of women, and just making a lot of being wild.
Yeah.
And when I lost everything, the only girl that I wanted to save was her. She stayed with me. We slept in the Ford Explorer for 2 months, and then I used to drive. I used to love Sunset Plaza, so right there by Sushiya.
Yeah.
So I used to drive from the ghetto all the way to Sunset Plaza and go to the Equinox, which you guys are going to be going to.
Probably you could get a shower there.
Yeah, get a shower there, and I saw a lot of like millionaires, billionaires, and hot girls, and I would drive there, and I was driving. I had a Ford Explorer. It broke down, so I had to go back to my Honda Civic that I drove in high school and college.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
but the window was broken. My dad used to cover it with plastic and tape, and I used to drive to the gym, but park like in the meter and just sprint so nobody would see me. And I was listening to audiobooks because I got back to what was helping me before, but I let go of it because I thought I made it. So one of the books that I ran into was Sell to Survive. It wasn't even the Sell to be Sold. It was the original one.
Yep.
And then I heard this cool dude with a cool voice talking about the spiky-haired guy, the valet guy at the Grove.
Oh yeah.
The Ivy, which was your favorite restaurant, and all that stuff. So I figured, man, this guy's fucking badass. I'm gonna frequent these places, and I'm gonna meet him. And then when I found out he was in Miami already, I was like heartbroken.
Oh wow!
So I really wanted to meet you and make you my buddy.
Wow.
So since 2014, I wanted to make you my buddy. Actually, 2013.
That's weird. That sounds weird. I want to make him my buddy.
Hey, it's working.
We're in Hollywood, so when you make a guy your buddy in Hollywood, dude, it's a little weird. I mean, I would toast to it, but I'm scared to.
You're safe.
You're safe.
Okay.
Well, that's really how we.
So let me finish really quick.
It's so weird.
So I started watching your shows. That's when you barely started in social media. I think you had like 40K followers. Remember that?
Wow. I get 40,000 leave me every day.
and I started listening. I heard about the Cancun seminar. That's when I went there, and everybody was going crazy following Grant. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make Elena my buddy.
Oh, we love smart people.
I was talking to Carrie how I buy my friends, and she was like, "What do you mean? Buy my friends?" So I started just buying every product that Grant put out, and going to every event and sitting in the first row because I knew that I would get his attention like that. And I knew that if I made you my buddy, then it was going to be easier. And everybody was just going through him and like, you know, let me take you out to dinner and pick your brain or that stupid thing.
People tell us that too.
So,
we're good.
so I went there by myself. Syl wasn't there, and then you did a video for Syl. I don't know if you remember that. You video recorded a video and I sent it to her, and then from there I came back and I was making 300,000 2014, 300,000, and then I just started following and doing everything, and then and then Grant was also. You guys were nowhere near where you are now.
No way.
So in the last 4 years, like now we have 2 Ferraris, a Don, and this badass bird.
I know.
And
we've all just gone.
and now I'm spending time with you guys. Like
you spend time with us in Utah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something you do that other people just miss. It's so obvious to like what you just said. One you're a self-improvement person. Like my life did not improve until I started improving my life. And I kept praying, oh God, please man, improve my life. But you do the work.
Yes.
And you guys do the work and your life improves. Number 2 is that thing that you did with you know, I want to grow my business. So what you did was feed what I want.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. Every day I got somebody call me and said, hey, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you do this? Can you do that? I'm like, you don't even have a book. Like, you've not even supported one, like, you hadn't even gotten my free stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So we have April that works with us. She came in one day and she's like, oh my God, your voice, I hear it all the time. She works with us, but she listens to my material.
In the first week, she read 2 books of his in the first week.
On audio.
We don't ask anyone to do
and
that.
that's $19 or $14, whatever. That's not the point of the money. It's the point of like,
the
hey, I'm
interest.
listening to who you are.
Yeah.
I'm supporting what you do.
Right.
And I got people that work for me that they come to work for me. They want to work for us. Oh, I'll do anything. I'm like, what program are you on? Well, I've never. I just see you on YouTube. So just a big hats off to you guys. I mean, I think we should just give me a reason to toast.
Oh yeah,
give me a reason to toast. You know that you're interested in your self-improvement, right? And that you see the obvious and you do it, which is, hey, I'm going to buy Grant's book. I'm going to buy his audio program. I'm going to support his seminar. And we're here to support you guys for your event.
And that means a lot, because I know you guys don't need any money to come and do this. You guys don't have to be here.
Well, also, if I'm not overstating this, I don't think Grant is going to do any other. He refused to do any other seminar.
I'll guarantee I had 10 offers in addition to this one he turned down.
Yeah, he said, I'm only doing this one.
Aww, we love you guys.
Yeah.
So I want to say
I know that, and that means a lot to me.
I want to say something. So I remember he came home because you sent me a video, and he was like, Syl, hey, how are you? He told me, he was like, Syl, he's like, and I was like watching the videos and, you know, that video with his hat on, and he's like, we have to grow our army. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but it was just like so strange.
Do you remember when you told me that?
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's like weird because like I've worked hard my whole life. I've always done whatever it takes. I'm not lazy, like, you know, but I never had like, I don't know how to explain it, like that. Just like what Grant teaches.
The mindset.
Like, it's that actual like picture of what you, like that huge, that's Albert. Albert's like crazy and I'm more like, okay, how do we get there? How do we get there? What do we do? You know, and he's like taking huge risks and I'm like.
Yeah, that is,
it's just amazing, you know, and like your page.
And how y'all have grown so much as a couple.
Yes. Well, we've actually every year that we've been together has been better than the last. Really, in reality, every single year. You know, and people are like, you're gonna have kids and you're gonna hate your life and your marriage is gonna. It's better than ever. Yeah. Literally, like we're super happy together. Yeah. And like now, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, like
because y'all are winning.
Yeah.
It feels good winning. You have to have wins as a couple. If there's a game that you can't win at, it's who wants to play? You just want to give up. It's not a game if you can't win.
Yeah. Well, I have people telling me that they can't come to our conference because their husband doesn't want to come. I'm like, well, you need a new husband. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's the truth. If you're always going to be broke.
But really, that person should come without their husband right now until
I have a couple
until they know how to sell the husband.
Not everybody's ready, right? Like,
that's
so
right.
There's been times when I didn't want to do anything, even things that were good for me. So I'm like, I just don't, you know. And then later I was like, God dang, I should have done that sooner. She tells me all the time, let's go do this and this. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm tired, I'm this and that. And then I go and I'm like, on the way home, I'm like, every time, I'm like, we need to do that more often. She pulled out the bed today. She's like, let's pull out the bed so we can sleep on the way over there. And I'm like, we don't need to do that, goddamn. We need to fly over there. And I'm all cranky.
He didn't want the bed to make the plane look messy or whatever it is, you know.
And then, you know, of course, I was the first one back there.
And he was like, oh, it's so nice.
It's so nice sleeping at 51,000 feet. I was telling you guys, sleeping at 51,000 feet.
It is
600, 700 miles an hour. Fun.
You close the door, you turn out the lights. It's like a cocoon in there.
Just so you guys know, I'm going to cut you off here, dude. Watch this. Okay. Just you guys watching this.
I'm not sure if the thing is in the way.
My kids. Just kidding.
So.
Started to?
Yeah, they both do. There we go.
That right there this door did not exist on this plane.
This was completely open.
You guys
I bought him on this.
We bought this plane new, and then she's like, we need to add a door right there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to tell everybody what this door costs. Huh?
Privacy.
I was like, I want to sleep.
To keep the cameraman back there. So the question for everybody in comments is, what did the door cost?
And
Don't say that.
no, I won't. And
A lot.
Not only did I want a
What's a
door,
lot? What do
I
you
wanted a door where you just had to press a button.
Well, you didn't ask for the button. I gave you the button.
Okay.
Because I know buttons
All right.
are important to women. So
Another salute, another toast.
yeah, hit the button. Hit the button. That's what I say. So what do you think the door costs?
Like
50 grand.
800. Yeah.
What were you
No,
gonna say?
I was gonna say like $500,000 or like 800 grand.
Well, how could the door cost 800?
How-
Because it's a badass plane and they're gonna
That's
charge
exactly
you wherever
right.
they can.
Well, you guys tell me what you think.
Did I
just
tell
what
you that?
No.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah.
And he
Well,
was like, that
he
is
said what's a lot. I'm like,
ridiculous.
yeah, it's gonna cost
And I was
a
like,
lot.
look, we already went in the land of ridiculous when we bought the plane.
Let the people decide in comments.
Oh, it is ridiculous.
Okay, what else? What do we want to talk about?
So what? I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you ever like
Stop.
get
scared?
really scared? Like you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Dude, when you guys drive up with these two, what are those, Ferraris?
Yeah.
And
And the rolls.
Yeah.
First thing I think,
he gets scared for you, right?
I'm like, this thing's almost over.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? For
I even
everybody?
look at this like, oh, we're pouring champagne.
Anthony gave you this.
I'm
okay,
rolling
you
up
didn't
in
pay
a
for
plane.
this,
I mean,
just
the
so you
first
know.
thing that goes off for me is alert. Alert. Signals going off.
You know how long I kept him from buying a Ferrari? For a long time. And then we got pregnant and he went and bought it.
I'm just saying, like, I stay scared. Well, I stay scared. I stay concerned. You know.
One thing that I learned from you is courage, how important it is. And it's a similar story when I bought a fake Amazon key because I always had a dream since I was 6 years old to get a Ferrari. So I used to go help my dad paint houses in Beverly Hills. And I saw a red Ferrari and told my dad, how come we don't have that car, Dad?
Yeah.
And he said, that car is not for us. Because we're
yeah.
like Mexicans or Hispanics or whatever. We don't deserve
I didn't know you were Mexican.
Yeah.
Your English is getting better and better.
Hey.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I've been speaking more often.
But when are you going to sound like a redneck? That's what I want to know. When are you going to
you
do
got your accent, I got my accent. So I promised my dad, I'm going to get a Ferrari because I could. Why not? Like we're not limited.
Yeah.
And so when I was 32, I put on my dream board, I'm gonna get a Ferrari by 35. So I bought a fake key from Amazon, and I got it in 2 months.
Wow.
And it's not a
But
big deal.
the
It's just
secret,
a
he
Ferrari.
doesn't know,
It's a Ferrari, but
we were able to afford it a long time ago. I was just
well,
like,
I was
no.
scared though. Secretly. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know how I was gonna come up with the payments and because I had more important things to spend money on.
Yeah,
Like she
like
was
your
pregnant.
apartments, yeah.
And she was pregnant and that kind of stuff. So I said, you know what? If I don't get it now, I'm not gonna get it. So I just went there, and I ended up bringing it home. And then I named my daughter after the car, Italia.
Oh,
She's named after the
Wow.
458
Wow.
Italia.
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting another one. Then he
But
told
our
me,
business is
he
different.
said sell all your
Stop.
single families. Sold all of them. Started getting the commercial deals.
Well, they're not
Then-
single
then-
families. They were units.
Well, four
But
units
single
are
families.
still considered
Yeah,
single.
yeah.
And then he said don't own, rent a high rise. So we went there and upgraded our high rise.
That's what I'm telling you, dude. Nobody
That's where your
listens
friend
as
is
well
from.
as you do.
That's where your
but
friend
then
is from.
This guy's got a couple fourplexes.
But
I'm
it's
like, get rid of that stuff,
And you
dude. That's
listen.
garbage.
It's amazing.
You're gonna I'm doing so good on it. Everybody's first
Yeah, show
response.
me
I'm
that.
getting the cash flow is great.
Didn't we
Get
all
rid
have
of
it?
it.
We all have
What he
that.
does is
No,
he gets
I
rid
haven't
of
even
it.
looked at
And then
it.
what do you buy? A bunch of stuff in
Hey,
Nashville?
you know, look
Yeah.
at the lights.
I
What'd you
always
pay
see your
for that?
legs.
In Nashville, a door.
Always.
Like, well, for $1 million, I got like 20 doors, 20 plus, 40 plus doors for $1 million.
She doesn't
I just sold
seem-
everything there.
I don't know if
Yeah.
she's talking about
Well,
that.
I'm kind of doing the same thing. Like because you told me like stick to one state.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I'm moving. I want to move to a different state.
Okay.
But and then the market right now.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. We can talk about that later.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a little different.
We should.
We did a movie.
You gotta tell me what to
I
talk
told her
about
to
at the
come
Driven
to
event. So by the way, if you guys haven't gotten your seat, if you guys can get this up soon enough, get your
Oh, we
seat to
could.
thedrivenevent.com. All right, it's going to be. Maybe I just talk about real estate the whole time. Investing money. She's working out her speech. What do you want me to talk about?
Well, definitely the stuff. See, the Driven event, I handpicked every speaker because every speaker every speaker is my friend.
And
If you think
impacted
about
our
it.
life.
And they impacted my life, especially 4 people. So, I mean, obviously the top 2 is Gran Cardone, and then I mean you're a big part of it.
I love that.
And then the other guy is Patrick David.
Yeah.
Because I learned a lot from you, like sales. I was always good in. Well, I wasn't always good in sales, but I was pretty good at sales when I met Grant. But then he said, build your army, and then he started talking about investing in apartments. And then when I met Patrick, he taught me a lot of the operational side. So I learned a lot from Patrick, and I combined it. And then, because of you, I met Brad Lee, which has his training system, and then I went through the Cardone University and all that stuff, so I learned how important training is.
Yeah.
So that's why we have sales, real estate investing, we have operations, systems and procedures, training, and then what's the most important thing right
Building
now?
an empire.
Marketing.
Building an empire for
Building an
marketing.
empire.
So that's why I brought
Yeah.
Ty Lopez
Yeah.
for marketing,
Yeah.
because people
Yeah.
don't market, and if you think about it,
Yep.
the reason why I have those toys, not only because it was my dream, but it's because it's a marketing device.
It's
Yeah,
great.
I use those
People
cars
know you.
like I use those cars like you say, prostitutes.
Yeah.
They get me business.
They really do.
So let me tell you a story, then, because you always talk shit about the Ferraris, but
You know, every time I do it, I'm talking to you, right?
but
I
when
know
I,
you're listening. I'm like,
But it's not him.
I hope he's listening.
but when they got the
Have I
car,
not talked to you about Ryan, Captain
Yeah.
Ryan back there? I have talked to Ryan about you guys.
It's not just you though. I could name a whole handful of other people, which I won't, who you're also talking to.
but
so
anyway.
let me give you a story. I bought when I got the Ferrari, right? This realtor that wouldn't give me business,
Yeah.
all of a sudden he never wanted to have lunch with me, visited me at my office. When he noticed the Ferrari, he wanted to go have lunch with me.
Yeah.
He gave me 3 deals that made me $15,000 a pop. So
Wow,
I made
wow.
$45,000 the first month, which paid off the Ferrari for the whole year.
Yeah.
So from there on, I used it as a marketing tool.
Yeah.
And I started getting so much business, so
Yeah.
much more credibility, because people see you in the car like that, and they're like, "Oh, this guy is trustworthy. This guy has credibility." So and it started working. So I used it, and I like.
That's smart, dude.
It
That's
is
smart
smart.
as long as that is what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Because a
what
lot of people are doing it to impress other people
Yeah.
rather than build a business. So there's an old saying about fake it till you make it, you know?
Yeah.
You're not doing that. You're like, hey, I'm going to use this to be the cheese for the mouse
Yeah.
to get the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll share another story that you'll agree with, because I know that. Driven.
You guys are going to.
But this year,
This year you got all stars.
we added Patrick David.
Yeah,
we have Elena. We have Brad. We
Yeah.
have Ty Lopez.
Yeah.
They all costed money.
Yeah.
We're at the Ritz again.
Yeah.
And then we have Tim Story. We have who's the other person?
Attack Athletics.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So we already had enough for
Last
one
minute.
day. So I said I want to add Tim Grover, because I met with Tim Grover in Vegas. I saw him in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I said, why not add Tim Grover?
Yeah.
It's going to be more
He's
money.
so great, yeah.
But I said, you know what? I want to make sure that it's the best ever one-day event. And what I'm going to do?
Brad's not gonna speak anymore.
Well, what I'm going to do is,
Brad's not gonna
what I'm
speak
going to do is, I have Grant.
Anymore after
Oh
this.
yeah. No.
Well,
After
Grant,
this.
Grant promised me he'll speak for Driven then. so I have Grant, I have Ty Lopez, I have Patrick David, I have Tim Grover, I have like Brad Lee and all these guys, right? Tim Story,
You
Elena
sound like a
Cardone.
pimp right now.
Well, listen.
Sound like a pimp. I got pink, I got green, I got fat, I got skinny, I got tight, I got right, I got transgender.
What do you think?
I got whatever you want.
What do you think of me reaching all the Hispanic community, because I'm a Latino and they relate to
You
me?
need George Lopez.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
Who'd you
He's
get?
great.
Who'd
You know, I was on the George Lopez show, right? I was a guest
Dude,
star.
let me tell you what we're doing for 10X.
No, don't
What are you
tell him. Do
doing?
not
All
tell
those
him.
names that
Don't
you
tell
mentioned.
him.
Dude, I'm reaching in the stratosphere.
Don't tell him. It's
Well,
gotta be a
That's,
secret.
I'm doing what
That's
you're
gonna be
doing.
us.
Well, I study you. I study you so much, because I know you get people and you reach their audiences and you take them. That's the same thing I'm doing, and it's growing.
Well,
all my
not really.
business.
We're not thinking like that, but it's not. That's not actually the
The strategy.
strategy. But we can talk about that later. What do you
Well,
guys think? What
I
do you guys
saw-
think the strategy
Is this
actually
a
is?
live stream? No.
No.
No, but he'll throw it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I saw your post of like all celebrities. I was like,
Yeah.
what is Grant doing now?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know a few names, but I don't name them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what I can get. I mean, talk about hard to get to. like The Rock. You can't even get somebody to talk to.
He's so hot right now.
Who do you talk to? And once you get to him, what do you talk about?
And that's because you're focused on the audiences, right? Who could?
I'll tell you later. What do you guys think? keep the mystery in there. Keep the mystery in there. Okay, we good? We good?
Yeah,
this is good, man.
We
Throw
finished
this
our
up.
bottle. Have your last sip.
Yeah. To last sips. To getting it all.
Wait, hold on.
Getting it all.
For the one who doesn't drink, let me grab that last sip.
To changing the world too.
Huh?
Okay.
Hey, so
I know.
one last question though.
Yeah.
I want to know what Gran's biggest advice for me is. And you know what? I like being on my heels a lot, on the edge, because every time I accomplish something big and I could just retire and be happy, I add another bigger goal because I like being like worried and having to. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, fuck, how the fuck am I gonna figure this out?
Yeah.
And it always forces me to reach higher levels.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I keep self-improving.
Well, and CC, oh my god.
And it just, I feel more powerful. And I mean, you said I speak better and stuff like that. I see
did.
I'm
clearer.
already like
So,
getting like weird things, and I'm like,
you know.
so what would be your biggest tip?
For you? Dude, go down to CC. Stay at CC all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's between me and you. That's what I would do. The second thing is, I would get all your money out of this work thing, and keep pushing it into these bigger deals.
Okay.
This real estate game is not. I hear people say we're at the top and it's this, and as long as you're not over leveraged and the cash flows in, it's great properties. And take your wins when you can too, like those 50 deals you got in Nashville.
Yeah.
We just sold 800 units in Nashville. I don't know how the guy's gonna make money.
Because we got it all.
I was texting him today. I'm like, dude, I hope you make a
celebrate.
shitload of money on me. I hope you kill it with that deal. But
'Cause I
secretly,
killed it
I'm
on
like,
you.
I don't know how you're gonna make money on that deal. So get your money while you can. There's nothing wrong with taking a score, and then go do it again. And keep hunting, you know. And even if you have to do it with someone else. I mean, Ryan came in on a deal with me. He sold all his 18 units. He was so proud of it.
21 units.
He was so proud of it too. And I was like, dude, it's junk. I know junk. I owned it. It's junk. Oh, the returns are great, man. The equity in it's great.
Yeah,
it's protected.
junk.
I bought it so low. It's still junk, dog. And I said, sell it. He put his money into that Nashville deal. He tripled his money. Tripled in 3 years.
It's on scale.
No work, by the way. And I still took my little squeeze. I squeezed. I get my little raping on him. I put my little management raping on him, and he still tripled his money.
Yep.
So we could do some things together that would like protect you.
Long term.
You know, there's also you want to start hiding assets. You want to start pushing assets into assets that can't be grabbed by people. The more attention you get, the more people start wanting to pick at the flesh.
The criminals come and want something for nothing.
And then what you do is you bury that thing in LLCs where they're like, I don't know where to get where's the hidden treasure.
So you'll still get attention, but you'll hide it.
Well, you need to stay broke. A guy like you has to stay broke.
You know what he means by that?
Yeah.
Stay broke?
You know.
Like all the money you make, you need to be putting in a part of it.
I would have you so broke that
work.
you're like struggling to make those lease payments.
Because all your money you dumped in an apartment unit. I didn't understand this when he said that for a long time. It doesn't
like,
mean
what do you
going
mean?
broke spending it on Ferraris. It means putting it all into an asset, building up the coffers again, going broke again by dumping it into a
you'll still keep hammering the attention that people give you by being all over the place.
Well, I don't know that you'll do that. I know that I did that. So the question for Albert and Syl is like, will you guys, when your passive income is 1x or 2x or 3x your earned income, will you continue to do what I'm doing?
Yes, we sure will.
That's what everybody. That's the big question. Because most people won't. They're going to Turks and Caicos. And they're going to just hang out. I go to Turks and Caicos, and I'm like,
we're working.
Let's do some work now. Let's do some work. I'm coming to LA. How many meetings can we get? Well, you know, and the fuel's paid for, the plane's paid for. But I'm like, because I have built this muscle now that I don't know any other way except to work.
Yeah.
Because this is my spiritual mission, to work. So that's the advice, man. Stay broke. Be that hungry Mexican that got you here right now.
Yep.
And I know somebody will take offense to that, but I'm that hungry Italian, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you are, that hungry African American, that hungry woman, that hungry girl, that hungry guy, that hungry teenager, put whatever freaking label you want on. Stay hungry, which means stay broke. Stay broke. Don't sit on a bunch of money. Don't sit on money.
No, I completely understand. I mean,
but they don't. They don't.
For the people.
Don't sit on money in the savings account or a checking account. I was speaking to 1,000 professional real estate investors, and where was that gig at, Ron?
The real estate
I
investors?
did for some rocks, some don't.
Dallas.
1,000 professional real estate investors. I'm like, how many of you guys have money in a 401k?
Most of them.
Almost the whole
Wow.
room. I said, because you guys don't believe in real estate. If you believed in real estate the way I did, you wouldn't have one penny anywhere except in real estate. I mean, you might have that much, but everything else would be in that deal. So, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm going to talk about real estate at the Driven event.
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about.
Let's do it.
I'm not going to
A
do
little bit
any
of sales and
No sales. Screw sales.
Really?
Who wants to sell anything anyway? I just want to buy shit.
That's true. As long as it really.
By the way,
feels
how
right
many
to
times
go
have I said, do not invest in California?
down. A lot of times.
Did he do
I have
it?
said
Did you
it
do it?
100 times. I have
did
been
before,
wrong.
no,
I have been
yeah.
wrong for 4.5 years. And last week they came out.
With the restrictions.
LA County, all of LA County.
Oh, the rent control thing.
Rent control.
Yes, it's horrible.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
They
It's
passed
horrible.
it. They passed it, and they say it's a temporary bill. You know what temporary means?
Forever.
It's like herpes.
Oh my God.
The outbreak's for a
Wow.
weekend, but you keep it for life.
Ooh, damn.
Well.
Okay, let's get out of here, man. Okay. Next time you guys fly with us, all right?